Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
GEICO would like to take a moment to say thank you to our military service members at home and abroad for all their hard work and sacrifice. We all sleep easier knowing you're out there keeping us safe. And on a personal note, I was really just needed to get that off my chest. Thank you.
GEICO, proudly supporting the military for over 75 years.
So how do you make it? How do you overcome the odds? There's Natasha's way. Be shy, focus on yourself, until they focus on you. Or Juana's way.
Why be one champ when I want to be two?
Be like Yusra. Let nothing
Syrian refugee pulls boat to safety.
destroy your dreams.
Screw fate.
Or maybe you beat doubt one step at a time, like Johnny. What about Zoe? Never satisfied. Not with trophies or stunts. Then there's Dennis. Work with what you got to get what you don't. Or you could be like me. Dream of pro football, get hurt, dream over. Find yourself with just $7 in your pocket. So how did I get here? By being the hardest worker in the room. How are you gonna get here?
While studying chemistry, I learned so much about science, and even more about myself. The professors at our school are amazing. They made a difference in my life and prepared me to make a difference in the world. Thanks to Henderson State University, I live ready.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days, I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character.
When we were looking for a roommate, he wanted someone super quiet.
Yeah, and he wanted someone to help out with chores, so we got Jean-Pierre.
But one thing we could both agree on was getting GEICO to help with renter's insurance.
Yeah. GEICO did make it easy to switch and save. Oh no, there's a wall there now? That's too bad.
Visit geico.com and see how easy saving on renter's insurance can be.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
The final match of the day is on hand here in the Great American Conference. The 2019 Volleyball Championship Tournament is starting to conclude day one. It's been an exciting day, a day of 4-set matches all the way across. but a day of very competitive sets all the way through. So if you were planning on watching this contest tonight at 7:30, I'm sorry, it's a little bit later start time here, about 8:20 local time here in Hot Springs, Arkansas at the Bank OZK Arena. That's because we've had some very good competition so far. It's pushed this match back just a little bit, but wait and see, this will be a good one as well. It's the 4 seed and the 5 seed. It is Southern Nazarene, the number 5 seed in this tournament, taking on the Henderson State Reddies, who have taken the number 4 seed spot. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight for these two teams. For Southern Nazarene, the Crimson Storm are 21-10 on the year, 10-6 in GAC play. Starting lineup looks like this. Wearing number 1, the libero, Logan Matthews, 5'5" sophomore from Norman, Oklahoma. Also for Southern Nazarene, number 6, a senior outside from Corona, California, Bailey Terang. Wearing number 7 for Southern Nazarene, a freshman middle from Ponca City, Oklahoma, Sonny Bachelet. Wearing number 8, a junior outside from Hereford, Texas, Megan Ellis. Wearing number 11, a sophomore middle from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Bailey Grimes. Wearing number 17, a senior setter from Deer Park, Texas, Kylie Smith. And number 18, a junior opposite from New Braunfels, Texas, Kayla Thomas. The Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm are coached by Kevin Ingram in his 19th season with Southern Nazarene. Starting lineup for the Henderson State Reddies looks like this. Wearing number 4, a senior middle from Fredericksburg, Texas, Adriana Hartman. Wearing number 6, a junior setter from Leawood, Kansas, Abby Blackburn. Number 10, a junior outside from East Bernard, Texas, Sabrina Shao. Number 11, a senior outside from Fort Worth, Texas, Courtney Wolf. Wearing number 15, a junior middle from Texarkana, Arkansas, Bree Sanders. Wearing number 17, a sophomore right side from the Woodlands, Texas, Alex Tyler. And the libero tonight for Henderson State is Mackenzie Thoman, a sophomore from O'Fallon, Missouri. She is wearing number 16. Henderson State comes into tonight's contest with a 21-11 record, 11-5 in the GAC. And the Reddies are coached by Philip McDaniel in his 3rd season at Henderson State. Good evening, I'm Joey McWilliams, joined by Emma Sporleader tonight, and we look to have another great contest on hand. We've already seen 3 that were very well played, very competitive, each solved within 4 sets, and yet we saw some very good competition today already. This should be no different.
Joey, you're absolutely right. I sound like a broken record tonight, but we've got 2 really good teams playing tonight. Obviously, last time Henderson State faced Southern Nazarene in Bethany, Oklahoma, Henderson State won in 5 sets. But a pretty big game for Bailey Terang. She had 17 kills that game, and Madeline Lynch had 25 digs. Big player tonight to talk about is Courtney Bolf. Courtney Bolf is a senior, and Courtney Bolf is the only player here that is still here from the GAC championship tournament team. Last year, she set the GAC championship single match record for total attack attempts with 81 last year. She had a game too. She led in kills. She had 18 kills against Southern Nazarene when they played Omat Snew. She had 31 digs and 57 attacks.
She's an all-around player, no doubt. She is definitely key to Henderson State tonight. Of course, she has a lot of players surrounding her that were going to have a part and have had a part through this 11-5 GAC league record. And we're looking forward to see what we see not only from Courtney tonight, but from the entirety of the Reddies. Again, Phil McDaniel in his 3rd season with the program. This is the 3rd year that Henderson State has made the conference tournament. And Henderson State, one of the original 9 members of the GAC. It took until 2016 for the Reddies volleyball program to make it into the postseason tournament. A little bit of a misfire that time by Sanders, and Southern Nazarene will get the point.
Southern Nazarene, being 5th seed, they're still a great team offensively, just like Oklahoma Baptist. second in kills. They've got 1,613 kills. They're third in hitting percentage, number 1 in assists with 1,517 assists.
Well, you know, it's very likely that you're going to have a team get some assists when you have number 6 on your roster in Bailey Terang.
Bailey Terang, number 1 in kills in the conference. She has 454, and she's averaging 11.34 kills a set.
That is incredible. An absolutely large number, and on top of that, she plays with such ferocity when she gets it over.
She's a fun one to watch.
Southern Nazarene now rolling early. We talk about Henderson State and its history in the GAC. 2-2. Lost in the first round in 2016. Won a pair of matches in 2018. Made it to the championship where the Reddies fell to Harding. Southern Nazarene not allowed a Henderson State score yet. That's big. The history for the Crimson Storm is a little bit different. No stranger to coming in as a high seed, although last season came in as the number 7 seed. Southern Nazarene, since its transition from the NAIA into Division II and being able to play in the GAC tournament, has been a part of every tournament. Now this is the 6th year in a row at a 7-4 record. That includes the GAC tournament championship back in 2016.
Joey, I think it's important to think about where Henderson State has been. Think about Courtney Bull being on the all-tournament team. She knows her place. She knows who she is.
And she's excited now because she's going to get a chance to serve as Henderson State has finally picked up a point. But you're right, she does play like that. And a service ace to get things going for Bolf.
Bolf is 6th in kills right now. She's got 405 this season.
Her offense speaks for itself, but she is also one of those all-around players. You'll see a lot from Bolf, and a stat line generally that is full.
You're exactly right. She's 8 in digs right now.
Sunny Batchelet with the kill for Southern Nazarene. And another kill for the Crimson Storm. This one from Megan Ellis.
It's interesting to see what SNU's going to do with this one, considering they lost to Southwestern first round, 3-1 last year.
Well, again, Crimson Storm no stranger to playing well in the GAC tournament. Made it to the championship match 2 of the first 3 years of eligibility in the conference. Again, victorious in straight sets, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 in 2016 over Henderson State, Ouachita, and Southeastern Oklahoma in that championship. Also made it to the championship back in its first year in 2014 and lost a heartbreaking 5-set match to Arkansas Tech. Southern Nazarene again 7-4 overall in GAC tournament play, but has lost the last 2. Both nearly gets that one back over from the back line and from her knees. Just stuck the arm out there. Ellis will serve now for Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, the junior from Hereford, Texas. She's already got 4 kills.
Having a night so far. Hitting 1,000, by the way. Not only 4 kills, but no errors and no misses. She's perfect on the night so far. Doesn't go 5 for 5, but not a bad start for Ellis. Well, I have to tell you that Brecklin Myers has already played self-defense tonight. That time she couldn't get her hands up quickly enough and took that one to the face. Solid attack that time by Hartman. Well, we got visited again.
Yeah, we sure did.
Ellis once again. Or was that was Terang, forgive me.
We should be seeing that a lot tonight.
Want to give Ellis all the credit, and you know that's the first kill tonight for Terang. Each team coming in with 21 victories on the season. Very thin margin between the two, just a half game separating them in the overall record, just a game separating them in league play. And sometimes you talk about teams that are very evenly matched. These two are. The 4 seed, the 5 seed, it's just the color of jersey that you wear in this particular contest.
You're exactly right, Joey. I think this one will go either way. It's going to be a fun one.
Taisha Magruder. And Henderson State, another point. Not letting Southern Nazarene run away with this one just yet. Taylor Scalzi into the contest for Henderson State, a sophomore setter from Flower Mound, Texas. Her first assist tonight. Wow. We were talking about people who could send it through with authority. Courtney Bolt making a play for that honor as well. Bolt played so big in last season's run to the championship match, and such a big part of this program for Coach Phil McDaniel, as he's really taken it and built it into his own. For as long as this run lasts for Henderson State here in the postseason, it's going to be nice to get to see both play. She really has made an impact on the GAC.
You're exactly right. We can't forget about setter of the year, Kylie Smith from Southern Nazarene.
Well, no, and you know what? If you bring her up really quickly, Smith with 7 assists so far tonight. It's one of those things you almost look and see, should we rename the Player of the Week award in honor of her? Of course, she's going to be the setter of the year in the GAC. I believe she received Player of the Week honors 6 times in 11 weeks. Well, you know, something else about this match that seems to stand out in the early going is the pace at which it is being played. The previous matches, the volleys were longer and went on for an extended period of time, and this may settle into something like that, but at least in the early going, we're seeing a lot of points taken care of quickly for both sides.
You're exactly right. We're already at 14 right now.
Of course, when you get service aces and things like that, it'll go a little more quickly.
Just the way Terang serves the ball.
She serves it angry.
Yeah, I couldn't help but be scared of it.
And she will continue serving. Timeout on the court. Coach McDaniel takes the timeout. The Reddies will regroup, and we'll be back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
I mean, if you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out. The mobile app makes it easy to manage your policy, even way out here.
Your marshmallows.
Get digital ID cards, emergency roadside service, even follow. Whoa. Oops. That cheeky little thing got away from me. My bad.
Geico. It's easy to manage your policy whenever, wherever.
Can I trouble you for another marshmallow?
Looking back, I think I was a little nervous starting college. But from the moment I arrived at OBU, it felt like home. I found new friends, we laughed together, studied together, and learned what it means to be a bison. Amy. I got to know my professors and found out that they really care about me. I found my place at OBU.
Southern Nazarene gathering around Coach Dickie Dieball, assistant coach on this team, and they're getting ready to get back out there and get something taken care of as they're up by 5 right now. And Bailey Terrain to serve. Looks like she pulled the string on that one just a little bit. Henderson State able to set up and come away with a point. Taisha Magruder, sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. Wow, what a dig again on defense. Terrain comes in to step in and fill that gap. Meanwhile, was it touched? Southern Nazarene team seems to think it was. And they're not going to be able to talk Coach Ingram into pulling that challenge card out this time.
They aren't.
Henderson State with 2 points now after the timeout. Great dig. There are a long line of quality liberos to play for Coach Ingram at Southern Nazarene. Logan Matthews is another one of those. Fantastic dig to keep that going. Southern Nazarene comes away with a point, 16-12.
Logan Matthews, she had 20 digs against Southern Nazarene when they played them in Bethany, as well as 2 service aces.
She'd like to repeat that here, I'm sure. That one put into play. And that one lands in. Courtney Balf, assisted by Abby Blackburn. You know, one of the things also about these matches tonight, and we've said in each contest, well, in the one time that these two met this season, this was the outcome. The reason for that is that we have seen in each match a team from Oklahoma facing a team from Arkansas. That doesn't happen very often, especially through a first day one. But of course that means teams from the other state will see each other only one time due to the travel, not restrictions, but opportunities. We'll take a break and come back to that point in just a moment. Southern Nazarene up by 2 on the GAC Sports Network.
Arkansas Tech University is more than an education. We are
the drive that pushes students to succeed.
The champion of programs designed for global impact.
The heart of a community that bleeds green and gold.
We are more than a university.
We are Arkansas Tech.
My college journey allowed me to become a versatile musician, a well-rounded student, and a stronger person. My experience at Henderson State University is why I live ready.
Coach Kevin Ingram, his team up by 2. Coach Ingram in his 19th season in Bethany with the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. Again, another team that made some noise in the NAIA days as well. We're talking about these programs, and again, all 4 matches today, the teams that are seeing one another saw each other only one time. So really not a lot of opportunity to get a book on the other team. You're seeing them just one time. You just have to look at film at what these teams have done against other teams within the conference. Southern Nazarene with the point there will go up by 3. And the Crimson Storm will have Brecklin Myers, freshman from Rose Hill, Kansas, to serve. Myers keeps it in play, and Smith will send it across. Smith sacrificed herself to try to make the good set. They're going to give it to her again. That's why she is the GAC's leading setter, and she's able to find Kayla Thomas, and Thomas through with the kill. Smith has a way of working around the court. It's an easy call to think that this would be a 5-1 look for Coach Ingram's team because of how well that Smith plays, and Terang got her hands up just a little bit late that time.
Right through Terang's hands right there. Interesting to look at Courtney Bolf. I mean, she's already got 10 attacks right now. Last time they faced Southern Nazarene, she had 57, and then the last time she was here, she had 81 and set a single match record.
And I remember that. They just kept feeding her, and you know what? It was working.
Joey, can you imagine going up to hit that ball 81 times?
She looked tired at the end, and to be honest, it was one of those things last year that, you know, Henderson State played well. Harding going on to win. I mean, it was a quality Harding team, and at the end of it, both looked like it was starting to take an effect, but she just kept playing. She just kept playing strong and attacking that many times. It's a
And that's what's
a good remembrance to think back to how well she played last season, and really was a big part of Henderson State making that championship match against Harding. Of course, we know the Bisons went on to win and then actually win a match in the NCAA tournament. But you look at Bolf right now, the issue is not the attacks, and she has 10. We know that she can do that. She hasn't been as successful so far in this one. She's hitting at a negative 100 with 2 kills and 3 errors.
You got Adriana Hartman. Joey, she's 4th in the conference in hitting right now.
She's very, very solid.
Yeah, she's
able to get things through and be successful in that.
Yeah, she's posting a 306% right now in 127 sets.
You can do that if you have somebody like Bolf that also takes the attention away. If it's going to pull the defense away to where Bolf is, Hartman may have some opportunities and openings. You pass it the other direction where the defense might be sliding to protect Bolf coming through. Hartman may have another opportunity.
Exactly right.
Crimson Storm back up by 4. Timeout Henderson State. Back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
You dream of a place where you're valued just as you are, figuring out your future on a safe campus with caring friends and faculty. You do you at SWASU, Weatherford and Sayre. Being a Bulldog means being you.
Coach McDaniel, a little conversation with Taylor Scalzi. Again, sophomore setter from Flower Mound, Texas. And Scalzi's setter, you know, she's probably not going to get the all the attacks as someone else on this team might, but Scalzi is actually hitting .320 on the year. She has 32 kills. Not bad for the sophomore setter. By the way, lots of activity going on around the Great American Conference tonight, because tonight is the opening night for GAC Conference basketball. Women's games already in the books, and we'll get you some scores here in just a second. Defense is there, but not long enough. Henderson State will get another score. Let's look at that really quickly. Henderson State 77, Southern Arkansas 61. And another score here in Arkansas. It's Arkansas Tech 80, Ouachita 58. Monticello 65-62 over Harding. And that is an upset.
Yeah.
Timeout of the court. Coach Kevin Ingram will take that timeout. Let's go ahead and stay right here on the GAC Sports Network. Yeah, that is an upset. Monticello with a 65-62 victory over Harding in women's basketball. Other scores from around the conference: Southwestern 76, East Central 39. Southwestern in the top 25 in the NCAA. They continue to do well. Southeastern 90, Oklahoma Baptist 79. And Southern Nazarene 67, Northwestern 53. Those are GAC conference scores as league play gets underway here on this November 21st. A 22-game schedule for these basketball teams. It's a long grind.
You're exactly right. Southwestern proving their place with almost 30-point win over East Central.
You know, it's a long grind to the season, Emma, and I know you were looking at the Northwestern score too, because you know, you're a Ranger, and I get that. But it does. This prepares these teams for postseason runs and being able to do well in the postseason. Great American Conference basketball, just like in all the other sports, continues to gain respect as the conference now in its 9th season, and having some teams make some pretty good runs along the way, whether that's good, some dancing. I'm not going to say good or bad dancing, but he's getting some views there. Okay, he's done dancing now.
He looks a little embarrassed.
Getting the runs, and especially those playoff runs like Southwestern, making it all the way to the national championship game. Things like that, and like our football teams in the conference as well. We'll see how playoffs work for those teams. Excellent placement. You know, everyone just kept playing that as if it wasn't a one-hop.
Got some loud Reddies fans behind us.
Well, the Reddies are excited because their team has tied this one up at 22-all. Smith to Terang, going the other direction, both. And both teams able to put it back in play.
Huge play by Adriana Hartman right there.
Hartman looked to get the kill. Looked like there was a player in the net as well, so that was going to be a ready point. And now Henderson State threatening to take set one.
Spoke too soon.
Well, what we're seeing is what we saw before. We know we're going to get at least a 2-point set.
Seen it all day.
Kylie Smith, setter of the year with the serve. Ellis from beyond the line takes a shot, and Smith will now Have the dig. Ellis again. Here's both. Took a little bit off that one. Smith with the set. And the Crimson Storm get the point. Sunny Bachelet. And Bachelet has her 4th kill of the evening. Set point now for Southern Nazarene. Nice dig for the Crimson Storm. Bachelet not there. Ready player, oh, excuse me, they say it's a 4-hit. No, it was a ready player. The net, doesn't matter. The violation gives a point to Crimson Storm. And Southern Nazarene
takes the first one.
They'll take the first one. I was wondering for just a moment if we might get a challenge. We do not. And we will go to the break with the Crimson Storm, getting that first set back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
Hey, what you doing this for? Just out here for recreational purposes? No. Working, man.
Mission today is work hard until you can't go no more. It's always a team mission. Can't get nowhere without the team. It takes everybody. 1, 2, 3. Hey, you better be open. You better be open.
Man, listen. It's only one attitude that you gotta bring. Let's go. That you need to bring.
Work. I mean, we come down here every day to get better. If it was easy, everybody would do it, man.
We work out on the street, you feel me? We the best in the nation. We outwork y'all. We outwork anybody.
We always grinding, always getting better.
Every time I come through these lines, no matter where these lines at, work. Maximum effort.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
In high school, people described me as bright,
hardworking, and dedicated.
That I had a big heart because I care about people and doing the right things.
Now, everywhere I look, I see an entire community just like that.
Learning more,
doing more, and caring more.
A community of mission, Harding University.
Crimson Storm takes set number 1 here in our final match of the night. Winner of this game will go on to face Oklahoma Baptist, the top seed in the tournament. That will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. In the meantime, Emma, take a look at some statistics from this first set.
We got setter of the year, Kylie Smith for Southern Nazarene. She's already got 13 assists after set 1. Sunny Bachelet, she's leading in kills with 5 right now for Southern Nazarene. Over to Henderson State, you've got Taisha McGruder with 4 kills and Kinsey Thelman with 7 digs.
You know, you go back to what you said about Smith with the 13 assists already on the night. There are a couple of things to that we look at already and we've seen in this contest. Number 1, Smith is all over the court. She is able to get so many different places. She has 4 digs to go along with those 13 assists. She's very mobile on the court. She's able to get around and get to where she needs to be. The other thing that you look at, and we see this from how quickly this first set was played. It was a quick pace. You're seeing a Southern Nazarene team that's able to get back into system really quickly, and so that set can be able to, or Smith can be able to run that set offense.
No, you're exactly right. With Kylie Smith being all over the floor, she's got 37 attempts.
It's been a big set already for Southern Nazarene. Henderson State trying to even the score here in set number 2. Terang will get things going for Southern Nazarene, and quite a serve already. And she has the dig there. Defense stands for Southern Nazarene. And now a look. Reddies aren't able to get it to go. Shao. Try for her again. Sabrina Shao. Nope. Crimson Storm defense is there, and Crimson Storm point is there.
That last set, a pretty quick one. Only 2 tie scores and 2 lead changes.
Went through quickly. Henderson State rallies and answers. Adriana Hartman with the kill. Her first here in this second set. Her third on the night. Wow. Courtney Bolt is just so strong. She gives her team its first lead in the second set. Maddie Fairchild, freshman from Conway, Arkansas on the serve. Two-2 the score now, and we're going to get a chance to visit with the winning coach from our previous match now. Coach Anna Howell from Oklahoma Baptist will step in for just a moment.
Hello.
Hi, Coach Howell. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Oklahoma Baptist with a 4-set victory in our previous match, that against Arkansas Tech. And we're going to take a look at what you've done so far. By the way, Coach, a fantastic season overall coming into tonight. 25-5 on the year, 14-2. You win the Bison's first GAC regular season championship. Congratulations on all those points first.
Thank you. It's been a great year so far. The team is so much fun to be around, so much fun to coach, and I'm really, really proud of them and happy for them getting that win.
You're able to do so with players like Malia Leatherland, and I know that there's so many other players on the team we talked about over the course of the broadcast, but she plays with quite a strength, quite a power to her game.
She does. She is an extremely hard worker. She's got the greatest attitude of, you know, one of the greatest attitudes of anybody I've ever coached, and she's really focused on being the best she can be all the time and learning and growing, and she really has. And so I'm really, really proud of her and how her game has developed, and she's just been such a pleasure and a blessing for us.
You know, 24 kills, 11 digs. She has a double-double, but if you look at the number there, and I know you've probably already seen those tonight, 24 kills, just 2 errors, 59 attempts. I mean, she hit 373. What more can you ask of her play in a tournament match?
Yeah, you really can't ask much more out of her. You know, she, you know, we actually sat down after last season and kind of went through some goals, and she made some goals for herself, and we went through piece by piece of her game, and she found those last week in a notebook when she was studying for a test, and she brought them back up. And you know, at first I kind of thought, you know, let's not get too lofty with your goals, Malia. And when she brought that little sticky note back to me and I saw it, you know, she is really, really close on all of her goals, and you know, I'm so proud of her for setting her sights high and working towards that, and she's been amazing.
By the way, that was a nice kill by Kylie Smith to come up, and the setter who's been the setter of the year, and she's always setting other people to just sneak in there and almost dunk that ball to get it over the net. So pretty impressive play. Southern Nazarene tied with Henderson State right now. Coach Anna Howell from Oklahoma Baptist sitting next to me here on the broadcast on the GAC Sports Network. And, you know, some other players we do need to mention, because there were actually 3 players with double-doubles tonight. That's not a bad stat line all the way around. You look at Diana Carranza, 28 digs, 10 assists. Rylan Moore, and this seemed almost to be a quiet double-double from Moore tonight. 30 assists, 13 digs as well. She had a game.
Yeah, Rylan is really doing well, trying to get her hitters successful, and we've been working through that. You know, as a freshman, she's really, really mentally strong, and that's fun to see out of her. I would still like to see, and we keep telling her, more defense, but she's really engaged, and you know, that's one of the most important things for us as our setters, play great defense. So that's something we really work towards. And you know, Deanna, is a great player, and she really helps drive our team, and it's fun to coach her.
Speaking with Coach Anna Howell from Oklahoma Baptist, as Coach Ingram from Southern Nazarene has seen enough, at least for the time being. He takes a timeout, and Henderson State with a 3-point lead. We're going to keep it right here on the GAC Sports Network. And you talk about setters, another line on the stat line that stands out to me, and I know you all have places to go tonight, so I won't keep you too long, Coach, but another line that stands out to me is the fact that you had 3 players with double-digit assists. I mean, you're able to rotate players in and get them to mix and get into play and not take a while to get set up.
Right. No, I think it's really important that Deanna is so good at setting as a libero. That's not a stat that a lot of people look at, but we always talk about, if we get out of system, it's not a bad thing for us because she sets more one-on-one situations than our setters sometimes. So our setters have really been competing with Deanna to set more one-on-one situations and get more holds, and it's been great because those 2 can kind of compete. And who knew you'd have to do it with a libero? But Kaylee Buell plays really, really well. She's got a great feel for getting hitters to be successful. So with all those kids, it's wonderful that we always talk about the most scoreable balls. Who can set the most scoreable balls is going to win. And so we really try to work for that. And, there's some setters here. Kylie's one of them that she puts up a lot of scoreable balls. And that's important for SNU.
You look back on your season, and it was a tough out-of-conference schedule prior to the GAC slate, and some, out-of-conference matches mixed in there as well. 3 of the losses on the season came in out-of-conference games. How big does that first loss that you got way back when now loom a little bit? I think it was the second loss, actually. The Kearney, playing against Nebraska Kearney in Kearney, you took them to 5 sets. You rallied to get to that 5 set. Now we see that Kearney, of course, looms ever large in the Central region once again as the number 2 team in the country and undefeated right now. Likely will be hosting. If you all come out of the tournament here, you get an automatic bid. You can play with those teams in the Central region.
Oh, yeah, we definitely feel like we can. With Kearney, we were up, 13-12 in the 5th set, missed a serve, so we feel like we can compete with those teams, and we would love the opportunity. But there's a lot of GAC teams here that are really good. When we played Tech today, Tech played phenomenal. They really worked hard. They had a lot of firepower, and watching these 2 teams here, Southern Naz and Henderson, both these teams can do some really, really great things. So I think the GAC is building. We need to be noticed in the Central region. I mean, we got to go out and beat some of those teams, and I wish we would have done it so that we could really represent the Great American Conference. And we'd love the opportunity to do it now. But we've got tough play coming up. The GAC is strong, very strong.
It is. It's a very strong league, and even you look at when you think that Arkansas Tech is an 8 seed.
Yeah.
That really.
Yeah.
You have to be now. Be honest. When you look at the tournament bracket and you're excited coming in, you win the regular season championship, you're the top seed in the tournament, and you look in the first round matches Tech. Is that? That's not something you want to see, right?
Yeah. No. You don't, because Tech is they're well coached and they play hard, and they. If you give them an inch, they can take a mile. So that was kind of part of our game plan, is just give them no life. Just keep defending them, because they can hit, they can block, they do some great things. And so that was a big part of what we talked about with our girls is, the 8 seed is not an 8 seed in our opinion. They're a good volleyball team.
Well, this team really quickly, or this match in front of us really quickly, is you're going to get the winner of this one. What do you see in front of you right now? Southern Nazarene leading 1-0.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very hard-fought match. Both of these teams beat us in the regular season, so, we want a chance at either one for sure.
That actually was the point that I wanted to get to. It doesn't matter right now. You definitely have something to prove against either one of them.
We do. And so, I think the girls either way want to play one of these teams. So, but man, these are good teams too. It's just it's a tough field this year. So, whatever comes our way, we're excited to get the opportunity to play.
All right, Coach Anna Howell from Oklahoma Baptist. Again, the top seed in the tournament, advancing in 4 sets over Arkansas Tech tonight. Coach Howell, thank you very much for sitting in with us tonight, and success to you as the season continues, and get all those things taken care of tonight. I know it's a long day. This first day of the quarterfinals is a long day, so we know you have a lot more to do with your team. Thank you so much for sitting in.
Thanks for having me.
Well, this one continues to be close here. Henderson State with a 2-point advantage. Crimson Storm erasing part of that. As Emma will slide back in here and sit down next to me. Set number 2, and Coach Howell talking about both these teams. You know, she really has done a lot with this program. Happy with the play that she's gotten all the way around from all of her team tonight, and excited with the win, and rightfully so.
As she should be. She's produced a great team. Joey, this is a close one yet again.
Yes. And Henderson State gets a fortuitous roll on the net.
I'm appreciating the Henderson State fans behind me. It's good to see that school spirit.
Arkadelphia not that far from here. And fan base able to make it up tonight. And they're probably excited already, as you see some of them behind me. Their women's basketball team has already gotten a win. Reddy's up by 3 right now, and Hartman to serve. Hartman will get a chance here, and she'll just send it into play, and it works. Just needed that one to clear the net and keep things going, and Terang mishandled it.
Henderson State going on a little run here.
Credit Hartman with another kill. That is number 7 on the night. And that was really what Southern Nazarene needed. The Reddies had scored 3 straight, so the Crimson Storm puts a stop to that. Good defense, but I was about to say a better dig that time by Scalzi, but she wasn't able to get underneath it. Point Southern Nazarene. Turns right back around on the service error. Well, between these two teams, getting through the first round, it's a big deal. The number 4 seed in the tournament has won its first round match 5 times in the 8 previous seasons. 3 times the number 5 seed has won. However, the number 5 seed has never advanced to the tournament championship match.
That's interesting.
4 seed has advanced 1 time.
Looks like Henderson State's coach is going to challenge.
We'll see. The challenge is whether or not this was touched. And you know what? That's not a bad challenge here.
No.
It does slow down the Southern Nazarene momentum. If this point stands, it would be 3 consecutive points for Southern Nazarene, following 3 consecutive points for Henderson. GAC Sports Network providing replay here for the officials. Tough to see with that angle in particular. And get another look at it here. You know, sometimes these challenges are used as glorified timeouts. We haven't seen that too often today.
Yep.
That looked like it was touched. If that is the case.
Good call on Coach McDaniel.
Yes. Well, and the official says that the call is overturned and that it was in fact touched by Southern Nazarene. So that stops the little run for the Crimson Storm.
Got some loud Ready fans behind us right now. They're fired up.
Ready's always give the good fan support. And again, being as close as this is to Arkadelphia, there's regularly a good fan base from Ouachita as well that comes down. Southern Nazarene will get the point back, but I still think that was a big point in this set. It slowed down the momentum for the Crimson Storm at least a bit.
Oh yeah, it definitely let Henderson State recollect, kind of get back into their rotation.
Nice job, little change up that time for Bree Sanders. Sanders, a junior from Texarkana and a transfer from Ouachita. Smith tries to take that herself, this time not as successful. And a long volley on the way. Storm come away with the point. Kylie Smith now will serve for the Crimson Storm.
Bailey Grimes, that'll be her third kill of the day.
Smith again, and Terang saw the opening. Looked like she changed directions in the air to put that on the orange on this Bank OZK court. Smith with another serve. Crimson Storm a little out of system there. Henderson State with an opportunity, and it flies. Sabrina Shao gets her 5th kill of the night, and Henderson State keeps Southern Nazarene at bay, not allowing the Crimson Storm to tie this up.
It's a big kill by Shao.
Henderson State as a team hitting .267. And that's due in large part to the play of Hartman and Magruder. And that number's only going to grow for Hartman. She found the open spot. Hartman now hitting .545 on the night. Southern Nazarene takes the timeout. We'll take one as well. Reddy's threatening here in set number 2 on the GAC Sports Network.
Belonging isn't about fitting in. It's about feeling you can be yourself. You do you at SWOSU. Quality academics, athletics, leadership, and more than 100 majors and clubs. Affordable, flexible, friendly.
Yeah, I've got choices.
I'm ready for my future.
Your future, your choice.
McDaniel's team 4 points away from taking set number 2. This set has not come easily, but the Reddies have a 3-point advantage. And we're talking about the hitting percentage. It's actually right at 500 for Adriana Hartman. 8 kills, 2 errors, 12 attacks total. Taisha Magruder, 5 kills, 1 error, 9 attacks. She's hitting .444. The service error will give the point to Southern Nazarene, but the Reddies are hitting .290. Southern Nazarene, a respectable .212. Defense there for the Crimson Storm. Shao has that sent back the other way. She's going to try again. And the Crimson Storm just need to put this back over and do just that. This time on the right side. Result is the same. And the Reddies simply outlast the Storm with that point. Both teams have settled in a little more here in this second set. Balf. And she gets her team within 2 in the second set. 2 points away. Courtney Balf, her 4th kill of the night. She's still hitting in a negative number. She's still firing away and has the green light apparently all night. Megan Ellis will get the kill, her 8th of the night. It's a game high 8 to go along with Hartman's 8 for Henderson State. Logan Matthews now to serve for Southern Nazarene. Just puts that across. Sets up both well. Terang is there for the dig. Defense for the Reddies. Hartman with another kill.
Match point.
Set point.
Yeah, set point.
It's all right. Reddies have the chance to tie this one up, and they do so right there. It is a defensive stand. Nice block for Taisha Magruder as well as Bree Sanders, and Henderson State has knotted this one up at 1 set apiece. We head to set number 3. Final match of the day. The GAC quarterfinals continue on the GAC Sports Network.
Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
At Under Armour, it's always about premium textiles. They need to perform, they need to be the best. The merging of hybrid textiles with naturals and new seaming and bonding and super sleek, modern, fast, futuristic designs, that's where we are really going to turn it up a notch. If you look good and you feel good, you're going to perform better.
Back home, the world seems small. Here, it has expanded.
I've been challenged and have grown in knowledge and in spirit.
I've been part of something bigger, something special.
Surrounded and supported by new brothers and sisters who were once strangers.
And my sense of community and my role in it has grown too.
Harding University, a community of mission.
sir.
I'll get it together. I promise.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
I'd say happier than the Pillsbury Doughboy on his way to a baking convention.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Pay my bill.
Your account is already paid in full.
Huh. Yeah, in that case, back to vacation mode. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and
Voice-enabled bill pay. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
Southern Nazarene regrouping after a loss in set number 2. Crimson Storm and Henderson State Reddies tied up here in this GAC quarterfinal match. Winner will get Oklahoma Baptist. Some of the Bison players chilling on the far side of the court. Getting a nice taste of Sweet Caroline here in the building. Because what is a sporting event without that song being played at least one time? Or a million times? Somewhere in between there, I'm not sure.
Neil Diamond, he always sets the mood. I mean,
my mother-in-law is a big Neil Diamond fan, and I think I broke her heart when I said I really just am not. I think I may have lost a viewer or two there. Sorry about that. Henderson State, Southern Nazarene getting ready to get underway here in set number 3. And it will be Taylor Scalzi to do the honors for Henderson State.
Joey, that last set, Henderson State just flat out outblocked Southern Nazarene. They had 13 blocks to Southern Nazarene's 4.
That's really been more defense from Henderson State so far. Stepped up and made a difference. What else stands out to you from those stats following set number 2?
Big plays by Adriana Hartman. She had 9 kills.
Hartman with 9 on the night. She's hitting .538. 3 blocks as well. Part of the defense that you were referring to earlier.
You can't forget about Southern Nazarene's Kylie Smith. She had 23 assists in 67 attempts.
And you know, it's slowed down a little bit on the Southern Nazarene offense. Obviously, falling 25-20 in that second set has something to do with that. But the offense, I would imagine that would be something for Coach Ingram to talk about. Hey, listen, this is not the way we had things going in set number 1. We have to pick up the pace again. Terang is just the player to do that.
Oh, you're right. Talk about a defensive battle. Southern Nazarene actually had more digs than Henderson State. They had 43, and Henderson State only had 39.
It was defense for Southern Nazarene to get the first 2 points. It was offense that time, a kill by Terang, her 6th of the night. Ellis, excuse me. Myers, then Ellis. Wow. Hartman once again. Hartman, 6'2" senior from Fredericksburg, Texas. Really has quite a reach.
Yes, she does, and just picked up double-digit kills right there.
Two of the more powerful players in this tournament. Terang doesn't get the attack to go, but Courtney Bolf does. That one really never had a chance. Just the trajectory from the hit from beyond the line. Reddy's back on top in set number 3. Coach Ingram takes a short visit with his team. It's amazing that Matthews got even close to that. And the Reddies now really going well. You know, talk about the defense for these teams as we see this once again. And nice job by Matthews to get over there close, and just not enough room for Southern Nazarene. And up 3-0. Henderson State had scored 5 straight. The Crimson Storm really needed that stop. Emma, you talked about the defense for Henderson State a little earlier and how big a deal it was. It's not only Hartman's offense, but Hartman's defense. 139 blocks on the season, as you mentioned early in this contest. You know, that averages out to more than 1 block per set. That is a big number.
Not only that, she's got 24 solo ones.
Yeah, she's definitely leading the team in both those categories. Again, that long reach, Bree Sanders as well, with 86 blocks on the year. And don't forget about all the defense that comes by the way of the dig. Kenzie Thoman leading her team, 4.72 digs per set. And how about Courtney Bolf? We talked about her being a versatile player. She has 4.61 to go with all the offense that she provides. And Courtney Bolf is going to go talk with the lead official now for just a moment. He's the go-between. Coach McDaniel seems satisfied enough with the answer. Game of many runs so far. Southern Nazarene scored 3 straight, then Henderson State 5 straight. Southern Nazarene with 3 straight, make it 4 straight here. It's just too strong. It's just too strong.
Just too strong.
Both pitches the changeup that time. Almost works. You know, it really has been a very aggressive play by Henderson State. Not only in set number 2, it continues in set number 3. And we talk about both with those 27 attacks. Sabrina Schau has had 27 as well for the Reddies. The defense shines for Bailey Grimes. She gets up and puts that one back down. Bailey Grimes, the sophomore from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The middle's been effective, and Smith gonna walk off that service error. Well, Emma, when you look at these two teams here now, closing in on the midpoint of this 3rd set, does it look any different to you than it did back in set number 1? It looks like these teams may have settled in.
I think so.
Trang sends that one long, and another unforced error for Southern Nazarene. Crimson Storm has had 4 service errors in the match tonight so far. Sabrina Schau with another kill, and That's how you just keep on going and keep on going. Doesn't matter if there's a line of tables there.
No, you're exactly right.
Ellis fears no tables.
Henderson State's got 5 service aces right now.
They have, and you match that with the 4 service errors from Southern Nazarene, and there's a whole lot of quick points. Logan Matthews now to serve. Smith keeps that alive. Ellis changes it up. And the outside able to get another point for Southern Nazarene.
Courtney Bolf's got 4 of the 5 service aces.
She's been very effective tonight. Keeps going at that pace, she could get a triple-double, and aces be one of those stats.
Oh yeah, that's 4 quick points.
Well, already slow things down again for Henderson, or for Southern Nazarene. And Shao just continues to attack, by the way. That is her 30th of the evening. Shao with 7 kills tonight, including that most recent one. That one literally punched over. Terang resets. Here's Shao again. Terang with another dig. The double hit. Bailey Terang with a double-double tonight of 20, almost the double-double. 15 digs and 9 kills. Shao again, and well, you look at the way this is played out, and this really is an offense that has the green light all night long. Bolf has been effective on the outside, but when she is moved in the rotation, Shao has really stepped up. 33 attacks tonight from Sabrina Shao.
You're exactly right. Knowing if it's not working from one side and just being able to get it to work from the other side, that's chemistry.
We see that from the Reddies. Hartman pushed that one over. And the Crimson Storm benefit from a double hit from Henderson State. Shao once again. Different look now for Henderson State. Taylor Scalzi comes back in. Scalzi's actually hitting 1,000 on the night. She has 15 assists, but the 2 times that she's decided to take it over herself, she was successful. 2 kills on 2 attacks. And she'll serve again. Ellis with a carry.
Scalzi up again.
And that was tied up for just a moment. Service error for Henderson State. That self-inflicted stop of a 3-0 run. There's both, just keep this in place. Smith again. And that in large part is why she is the setter of the year, not just because she has Terang in the same jersey that she does, the same colored uniform that she has, but also because she is able to know and put her teammates in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, you got to give her props. She's putting that ball exactly where it needs to be for Bailey Terang.
Kylie Smith, a senior. So for players like Terang and Smith, this is the last run. You want it to last as long as possible.
Not if Courtney Bolt has something to say about it.
Smith found herself in the Southern Nazarene bench for just a moment. Nice sacrifice. She couldn't save the point. But it's an incredible effort. It really is something to watch her work too, because she has an incredible sense of the court and where her teammates are.
I think that court vision comes with being a senior.
Smith along with Grimes on the block. Can't get to it this time though. Magruder with the kill. And it's tied once again.
That'll give Magruder her 9th kill of the night.
Taisha Magruder. Defense has been pretty sound, but offensively she's been good for Henderson State this year, hitting 194 for the year. On the night, she's hitting 333. Magruder's filling up a stat line as well with 3 digs and 3 blocks tonight. Courtney Bolf again. It's back and forth. Anything Southern Nazarene does, the answer has regularly been Bolf. Reddies will bring in Abby Blackburn now. The junior setter started the game. Blackburn from Leawood, Kansas.
Bailey Grimes. That'll give her a 5th one of the night.
You think this isn't a highly contested game between the 4th and 5th seeds? This is just what we expected. So close here in set 3, and how big is set 3 in a match like this?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, we go back to tie scores and lead changes. Once again, 2 in the first set, 5 in the second set for tie scores.
Oh, I think there have been at least 15 here in the 3rd set.
Yeah, lead changes for the second set. There were only 3.
That will fall for the Crimson Storm, and a rare 2-point advantage. Smith with the set. The attack goes long. She'll get another chance right here. It's Ellis Nice D for the Reddies. Shao sends it long, but it was touched.
Ooh.
Coach Ingram decides to challenge this one. The challenge will be as to whether or not it was touched. We'll get a chance to look at that here. And you know, this has happened so many times tonight, Emma, that this really is the difference between a 1-point and a 3-point game. And at this point in the set, how big would it be to be a 3-point game?
Oh, this challenge should be huge. We've seen it all night. We saw it with Coach Howell challenging for Oklahoma Baptist. We saw it with Harding challenging. The points matter.
Well, Coach Ingram will take an opportunity, as will Coach McDaniel, to talk with the team right now.
Not only is it important for, obviously, the points, but it's important to get to talk to your team for a second, maybe have them regroup, regather, figure out what's going wrong, figure out what's going right.
Yeah, a little bit of a breather right now.
Yeah.
I think of something like that with plays maybe even more so for Henderson State, with as much as both puts into each one of those attacks. And she's actually, Courtney Bolf is on the court right now taking care of the wrap. She had her left ankle wrapped prior to the game, and she's actually cutting that wrap off right now. And she's going to play the rest of this game, or at least the rest of this set, without the wrap on her left ankle.
Joey, I'm going to call that touch by Southern Nazarene.
Okay. The official says that the replay is inconclusive and that the call will stand. So the point will go to Henderson State, and instead of a 3-point advantage for Southern Nazarene, it's just a 1-point deficit. So Henderson State with the point, and the Reddies will send Mackenzie Thoman out to serve. Thoman with the error, and the Storm will get that point.
Those will be costly, Joey.
Definitely at this point. Brecken Myers coming out now for Southern Nazarene. Hartman gets it right back for the Reddies. Substitutions starting to add up now for the Reddies. Well, Smith was there. That was not the look that the Storm wanted, and they take advantage of a nice bounce off the net. Reddies weren't able to really collect themselves on defense and find that one. That was just a lucky bounce.
But huge for Southern Nazarene.
Yes. Shot with a changeup. Terang with the kill.
And another big one for SNU.
Crimson Storm see set point now. I always talk about the third set being crucial. It's either enough to give a team a 3-0 sweep or to unlock a tie, and that's what we could see right here.
There it is.
That's right. Goes out the back line. Crimson Storm take a 2-1 lead heading into the fourth set on the GAC Sports Network.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
While studying chemistry, I learned so much about science and even more about myself. The professors at our school are amazing. They made a difference in my life and prepared me to make a difference in the world. Thanks to Henderson State University, I live ready.
How to spot a boll weevil. Boll weevils are a fascinating species. They're known to travel in packs, are highly intelligent, and can thrive in any environment. Each and every boll weevil is unique, and they have unique opportunities. But they all share one common trait. Every boll weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a boll weevil. Learn more at uamont.edu.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
GEICO would like to take a moment to say thank you to our military service members at home and abroad for all their hard work and sacrifice. We all sleep easier knowing you're out there keeping us safe. And on a personal note, I was really just needed to get that off my chest. Thank you.
GEICO, proudly supporting the military for over 75 years.
Yeah.
A triangle solo? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Sam and Joanna saved by switching to GEICO. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
The Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm have recent history on their side. Each of the 3 other quarterfinal matches today have gone 4 sets. And Southern Nazarene has a 2-1 lead right now heading into the 4th set. I'm Joey McWilliams along with Emma Sporleader here on the GAC Sports Network. Southern Nazarene up 2-1 on the strength of a 25-24 victory in the 3rd set. Emma, stats from the 3rd.
Once again, Joey, Southern Nazarene showing that they're great offensive and defensively. More importantly, Bailey Terrain. She's one of the kill leaders right now with 11, and she's leading in digs with 20. If that doesn't show how versatile of a player she is, then I don't know what does. For Henderson State, you've got Adriana Hartman. Once again, a name we've heard all night. She's got 11 kills. Once again, Henderson State out-blocking Southern Nazarene 13-8.
And the hitting percentage for both these teams, and there's going to be some variance all the way through. You expect that from one set to another. As the set went along, Henderson State's hitting percentage went down. The defense stepped and rose up to the occasion for Southern Nazarene. Their hitting percentage went up to 293 for the set. So for the match so far, Southern Nazarene hitting 213 and Henderson State hitting 185. Another thing that stands out to me, you mentioned the versatility of Terrain. She really has filled a stat line tonight as Sanders sends that past the back line. Southern Nazarene gets the first point. Bailey Terrain not only with 11 kills and the 20 digs that you mentioned, also 2 assists, also 3 blocks, and a service ace as well. So she is really and quite literally all over the board.
You're exactly right. She's put up 27 attacks tonight.
What a dig. And again, to keep that alive. Thoman doing great work for the Reddies. Looking to get an assist here. She may do it. Thoman almost single-handedly kept the Reddies in that point. Ultimately, will go to the Crimson Storm off the strength of another Bailey Terrain kill. You know, another thing, if you want to talk about Terrain's numbers on the night, how effective she's been, she's hitting 310 individually. Pretty solid play from some other players on the court right now. Grimes hitting .417 for Southern Nazarene, and the Reddies have Hartman at .400 and Magruder at .316. Now, of course, those are just numbers. How does it play out on the court? That's how it plays out on the court. Both will run out to take the serve there after the strong hit. The Reddies defense doesn't shift quickly enough. Backline maybe back a little bit too far, and that's pretty much what Coach McDaniel was telling his team. The defense setting up too far back. Shao with the kill.
Joey, back to Bailey Terang. I mean, she's been good her whole career. Back in 2017, she was an All-CCA Central Region second team player and All-Great American Conference first team as a sophomore. She led the GAC in kills as a sophomore as well.
Yeah, she's you're right. When she came onto the scene in the GAC, she made her presence known. There are a number of good seniors, as we talk about each year, seniors who've made an impact on the conference, that when her time is done through a tournament run, no matter how far each one goes, they're definitely going to be missed in the league in future years. Terang goes into the net. Lots of momentum. Tried to pull back. She couldn't do it. Point Reddies. Smith with just a touch at the line and just enough for Southern Nazarene. Bachelet with another kill. Bachelet becomes the third member of this Crimson Storm team with double-digit kills tonight. Another point for Southern Nazarene. Bailey Grimes hits that one, and Emma, this is a Reddy team that looks to be showing a little sign of wear here in this fourth set.
I think you're right, Joey. It's always great to see double-digit kills across the board for both teams, though.
Great dig by Matthews to keep that one going, and she'll send it over. Both there for the Reddies. You know, the biggest thing to say about this Crimson Storm team in the third set and here in the fourth set is Coach McDaniel calls a timeout and we go to the break. It is the defense that has stepped up for Southern Nazarene. Another big block. We'll take a break. Back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
So how do you make it? How do you overcome the odds? There's Natasha's way. Be shy, focus on yourself, till they focus on you. Or Juana's way.
Why be one champ when I want to be two?
Be like Yusra. Let nothing
Syrian refugee pulls boat to safety.
destroy your dreams.
Screw fate.
Or maybe you beat doubt one step at a time, like Johnny. What about Zoe? Never satisfied. Not with trophies or stunts. Then there's Dennis. Work with what you got to get what you don't. Or you could be like me. Dream of pro football, get hurt, dream over. Find yourself with just $7 in your pocket. So how did I get here? By being the hardest worker in the room. How are you gonna get here?
Crimson Storm, we talk about the offense regularly, but it's been the defense that has stepped up and really forcing Henderson State into some looks that they don't want. Hitting on the night has gone down from 185 to start the set to 163 now for the match for the Reddies. Storm, meanwhile, just continue to roll on their own pace.
Talk about a defensive game. Southern Nazarene's got 76 digs up against Henderson State 66.
Yeah, they've been able to get back, and really as strong as what Bolf has done. When she really gets going, I'm not sure there are too many people that can stop it, but the defense has done its job. Southern Nazarene was on a 4-0 run. Henderson State stops the bleeding a bit here. Great job on D that time. Hartman was there, as was Magruder. Bolf can't get to it. Don't forget, tomorrow, 2 semifinal matches here in the GAC. Action gets underway in the afternoon. The first match will be Harding versus Northwestern. That is a 3:30 scheduled time for first serve. And a much needed point for the Reddies. The second semifinal match of the evening will be at 6 p.m. Again, that is a scheduled time for the second match. Oklahoma Baptist taking on the winner of this quarterfinal. And the Crimson Storm with another point. Championship match will be Saturday at 2 p.m. And the winner earns an automatic bid to the NCAA Division II volleyball tournament to find a spot in that very, very, very tough Central region.
Joey, after today, it looks like it could be in anybody's hands at this point.
You're right, it could be. Magruder there on D for the Reddies. You talk about that Central region. There was a time in the AVCA poll a little bit earlier this year that of the top 25, 13 of the teams were from the Central region.
I believe it.
Now, you have to consider what exactly that means for just a moment as Southern Nazarene gets another point. There are 8 regions. That means 13 of the 25 were from the Central region. The other 12 teams were from 7 other regions combined. This is a tough region.
And it's proven tonight. I mean, coming into all of these games, I don't even need to see the seeds.
No, they may or may not hold true anyway. Kylie Smith was a little bit frustrated. She set that too far ahead of Bailey Terang, and she couldn't get there in time, so quick point for the Reddies. You just don't see that very often.
Well, she put that one right in the right place that time.
That's exactly right. Kayla Thomas gets another kill. A little hesitation that time. Tyler couldn't get to it in time. You have to feel like the Crimson Storm are feeling the momentum here.
Not to sound like a broken record, but you look on these stats, Kylie Smith with 47 assists. I mean, it's not even comparable.
No, she has a very strong double-double for Southern Nazarene right now to go to 10 digs. And after a Crimson Storm service error, well, they're going to get the point right back. Bailey Grimes again. And it'll be Kylie Smith to serve now. Southern Nazarene again with 21 wins on the year. Played a pretty tough out-of-conference schedule as well. Headed out to California in the early part of the year, as well as the South Central Classic in Durant. And then hosted teams from the Central and Midwest regions in their own tournament before getting into GAC play proper. 18-8 the score now as Coach McDaniel takes a timeout. We'll go ahead and take this one as well. Back in a moment with set number 4 on the GAC Sports Network.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what is character, culture, and Christ? Last but certainly not least, in fact, I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe, more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
As a student athlete, I've been challenged both in the classroom and on the field. Between the education that I've received and the relationships that I've built, my time at Henderson State University has prepared me to live ready.
Coach McDaniel talking to his team now, but the momentum clearly inside of the to the side of the Crimson Storm. And the Reddies just need to get back 1 point at a time here. Take care of business, not let the deficit get in their heads.
You're right, Joey. Southern Nazarene looks very happy with their 10-point lead right now. I'm excited to see if Henderson State plays the catch-up game or if Southern Nazarene runs away with it.
Well, the Reddies will get the serve now after getting that point come out of the timeout. That's what Coach McDaniel needed. Reddies able to get some big wins near the end of the season. Southern Nazarene back in fourth, 5-3 through the last 8 games. This is a team that possibly could have finished fourth in the standings, maybe as high as third. As it stands, fourth or fifth right now. It looks like they were going to be hitting or going up against Henderson State in this tournament bracket, and that lead back up to 9. Far side, there's the hit. Smith takes it the other way. Reddies are there. Magruder. She may get another shot. No, it goes back to the other side. Southern Nazarene defense is there. Here's Magruder again. And Smith gets back. Point, Crimson Storm. And now Southern Nazarene within 5. An 11-point advantage, and even the fans here in the building start to feel it going the direction of Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, Joey, it's gotten a little quiet in here.
A little quieter now. Digs on both sides. The volley continues. Boff with another one. Just can't get that one back over. Courtney Bolf, a senior, Adriana Hartman, a senior. Danica Dahm, a senior for Henderson State.
Southern Nazarene within 3 now.
We talk about the career that Bolf has had. It's been good. Really, these last 2 years, she's really stepped it up. And boy, when it's going your way, it goes your way. And Crimson Storm and Bailey Terang get that one to simply roll over the net and down the other side.
Bailey Terang still leading in digs right now with 25.
Storm now. See that go the other direction. Henderson State getting the point. And so the Reddies will send in Maddie Fairchild to serve. It's just too much momentum now for Southern Nazarene here. The defense stepped it up in set number 3, really came alive in set number 4, and has kept Henderson State in check in these last 2 sets, and see match point right now. Logan Matthews. Hartman with one more opportunity, gets it over the second time. Off of both, and match point to Southern Nazarene. The Crimson Storm will advance to take on Oklahoma Baptist in tomorrow's second semifinal. It's been 4 games, 4 matches, Emma, and 4 set matches each time. Talk about the day.
You're exactly right. Like I said in the beginning of the day, 8 really good teams. It could have went either way today. I didn't even have to see the seed standings. You could have walked in here not knowing anybody's records, not knowing where anybody stands, and thought, wow, these are great teams.
And they showed it this evening. Southern Nazarene will move on and take on Oklahoma Baptist. Semifinal lineup looks like this for tomorrow. Harding against Northwestern at 3:30. Oklahoma Baptist against Southern Nazarene at 6 o'clock tentatively. Championship on Saturday. A full day in the books now here from Banco ZK Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and a good day of GAC volleyball. For Emma Sporleader and the entire GAC Sports Network, I'm Joey McWilliams. God bless you and have a great night.